Welcome back to Always Learning. What are we doing today? Well, today we're learning how to change out a garbage disposal. It's something where you don't need a plumber, you don't need an electrician, you can basically do it yourself and save a lot of money. These are getting to be more expensive, so there's no use in paying for the labor. First thing you're going to want to do, though, is you're going to want to make sure you actually need one. So this is a little wrench that comes with most disposals. You've probably already lost it, but an Allen wrench will do. A lot of times they're just jammed. So there's a little hole here that this actually goes into. Simply insert it in there, and then it turns. And if it's not turning, it's jammed, then that's usually your problem. Second thing you'll want to do is you'll want to get an electrical tester to test the electrical to make sure you've got current to it. You might have just flipped a breaker. So those are the first two things to check. If it's not that, you're going to need to replace your disposal. It's pretty simple. Let's go over quickly the anatomy of a disposal. You've got this top piece right here. This is what's going to insert into your sink. You don't even really need to change that unless it's just really yucky and you want to put a new one in there. This is the bottom part. It comes up against this part and forms a sandwich that holds this in your sink. And then this has a little twist-on lid. So it comes up here to the sandwich, and you simply twist this to lock it in place. And now it just hangs from this, which is attached to your sink. Then you're going to take this hose off, which goes to your dishwasher, and then you're going to take this one off, which goes to the drain, or to how Nemo escapes to the sea, but it's where it goes to the drain to your sewer. And then underneath here, there's a little door that you're going to unscrew, and you're going to hook up your electrical. So before you begin, you want to go find your power. You want to turn that power off. That's the first thing you want to do. Then simply take these two off, unscrew this, drop your old disposal, take the wire off, and then, or you can take the wire off first, and then after you get all the hoses off, it's free. Drop it, set it to the side, stick your new one in, twist it on, hook the wires up, hook the dishwasher up, and hook the drain on, and you are done. And then turn the power back on. Now here, if the dishwasher, there's a plug in here, so you want to stick a screwdriver in here, hit it with the hammer, it's going to fall in here, simply going to dump it out, and then you're done. This is ready to go. Put those on, and that's it. It's easier just to get the same brand, but you want to make sure when you go to the store, you check this little thing here. It's going to tell you how many horsepower you've got. You can get bigger or smaller. Usually, unless you change manufacturers or change dramatically, these are kind of universal, so you're not going to have to change out your drain part to do it. I'll put a link in the description to go below if you need one of these electrical checkers. It might save your life someday. And we're also going to be working on the sink, and sometimes it's hard to see. So we've got these little lights that help just kind of brighten everything up. That's it. We'll get to work. It'll only take about 5 minutes. Here we are under the sink. Like I said, this is the drain that goes down to the sea. And then you can't see it behind it, but it's simply the dishwasher part. And then up here, here's your dishwasher up here. It's just a unscrewable clamp. Take it off, take this off, take the electrical off, and then it should be free. So that one's free. Now we got to get this one off. All right, here we're going to check the power. That tells me the power's still on. So we'll need to go find the breaker. So I'm going to take the sink drain. You can just loosen this P-trap here. Take this all off if it's easier. Okay, I've got a pan underneath it. This is free. This probably got water in it. I'm going to twist the top. There's the water. The whole I took this off, I'll put this back on. This is free now. Gotta get that top. Sometimes it needs a little coaxing to come free. So that drops down. It's still wired. Like I said, you can do it in about any order. Now I'm going to dump it on its top so you can see what's going on. I'm just going to take that electrical wiring. Just doing these screws. Like I said, power always wants to get the power off. It's that little door, just opening it. Just keep all your parts in the bucket. So I'll pull these wires out. There's a black, should be a white and a ground. And this is an old one, it doesn't have a ground. Okay, we're going to undo these screws all the way. Okay, this should come free. Okay, just got two wires right there. That's it, it's an old system. So now we just do it in reverse. All right, well, first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to get access to the two electrical wires that are on the new unit. We're simply going to take this plate off, and you remove it by removing this screw, and then this plate will slide free, and it'll expose the black and the white wire, and also there's a little green screw in there at the top, which is where the ground would go if you have one. We didn't have one here, but I'm going to run the wall wire through the hole into the little box there, and then I'm going to attach the black wires together, put them on with a electrical nut, and do the same thing with a little wire nut here. I'm going to wrap the two whites together. Of course, the power is off and the breaker is thrown. And then I'm simply going to put them back in the box and cover the screw back up with use the metal plate to cover it. All right, here's a good look at the underside of the sink. This is kind of the keyhole or the female part that's up attached to the sink, and your garbage disposal simply comes up like a key, or if you think of it, a jar lid that's going to attach to a jar. And that little silver band, I don't quite have it lined up right here, but that little silver band, once you get it lined up or fitting that key in that hole, you simply rotate that silver part of it, and it will lock on there, kind of like a jar lid screwing onto a jar, and then it'll stay in place, and you can move it, the other part of it, around to get it to where you want it on the side of the holes, where the dishwasher is going to go and the sink drain coming out is going to go. I didn't have this hooked up yet. You can see the electrical wire there. I was just making sure it was in place. But before you hook it up, make sure that you have the electrical hooked up. Go ahead and put the pipe that's going downwards to the drain out to the sewer, and make sure you knock out the dishwasher plug, unlike this idiot who waited till he had it up on the situation. If you do, it'll look like a little plastic nickel. Just make sure you get that out so it doesn't mess up your garbage disposal. Now you're simply going to attach the dishwasher hose. It just kind of slides on there, and then there's this little oval clamp that goes on that you're going to tighten it down with a Phillips screwdriver. Just make sure it's nice and snug so it doesn't leak when you do your dishes in the dishwasher. Then as we kind of go through it, you got your electrical hooked up, you got the top screwed in, you've got your dishwasher on. Now, as you can see here, the black pipe, we put it on before we did it. Now it's ready to go. You're going to put on a white 5-inch kind of downspout. It's PVC. And now you can see here there's a plastic kind of washer, and that actually goes on second, but I wanted to show you against the black what it kind of looked like. And now you're going to slide the top screw cap up on the black PVC pipe. You're going to put your washer on, and then you're simply going to slide your white pipe up on there. You don't want to tighten it until you kind of get it all, the P-trap and everything on together. And then the silver, you kind of get it fixed, but then you don't tighten it down. Now we're going to get a P-trap, and this is actually metal, and it's got a washer and 2 screws on the top. You're going to put one onto the one coming out of the wall, and you're going to attach one of the screw caps to the white pipe coming down from the sink drain at the bottom. And that is it. Once you kind of get those tightened down, you'll want to test it to see if the water doesn't leak, and then you're simply going to turn your power back on. And that is how you change out a garbage disposal. And remember, if it doesn't work, failure is always an option. You can call in a professional, but it's pretty easy to do, and you should be able to do it yourself. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.